Hello and welcome. I'm Andrew Hubert, and this is the International Negotiation at HULT Toolbox. So the first one is just a simple skills check. And we're going to end up talking about the skills you'll need to do this course, the skills you'll need to be successful in international business, but mostly the skills we'll need to really give ourselves a competitive advantage in a post COVID-19 world, where we are doing less travel and we are doing more online persuasion and influencing. So let's look at the takeaway for this first tool. First, let's take a look, let's accept something about our present reality. The business community, by and large, has been slow to accept new technology when it comes to collaboration and communication. Email is over 20 years old, and aside from Zoom, there really hasn't been that much new or earth-shaking in the world of online collaboration. The COVID response by business has mostly been crisis management. So your job is to leverage the social skills you already have into a competitive advantage in the coming business cycle. Let's look at how we're going to do that. So the table of contents for this talk, we're going to look at where we are now. We're going to look at what skills will be in most demand after the pandemic. Then we're going to switch to actual skills. We'll lay out today's basic skill set, today's extra, if you want to go extra, and tomorrow's extra. So where are we now? Where we are now is the lagging edge of collaboration and communication technology in most businesses. The changes have been budget-driven, so whenever you're online and budget-driven, you know that controls are going to be bigger, but the quality is probably going to suffer. And in this crisis, we've been reacting as though it's a crisis, which is good, but our emphasis has been on things like continuity and enterprise survival. So at HULT, our big concern is getting everyone educated, meeting the standards, and getting people degrees, and getting the next class in. So there is potential for disruption, we're just not really seeing it now. So for you, from a career perspective, to see yourself through this and to use this as a good jumping off point for whatever comes next, my advice is to leverage social skills into competitive advantage. So what are those post-COVID-19 competitive advantages going to be? You have to learn to build, manage, and mobilize networks online for business purposes. So mobilizing is the hard part. We tend to be pretty good at building superficial connections, and we can manage them using software, but mobilizing and influencing decisions and persuading people, that is the hard part. So for us, the gold standard in this new age is going to be the face-to-face video chat. Zoom is good. There are other options that we'll be looking at, but that's the gold standard. So you've also got to establish good online leadership practices, which means being able to assemble a team, and it will probably be a virtual team. Assign specialties, and that's what's lacking for a lot of young leaders. All right, so let's look at some basic skill levels right now. Email, some sort of voice over internet protocol. Now it's more and more a video over internet. So, Zoom, Skype is the voice, and Zoom is the video. So basic social, just being able to participate on Facebook or LinkedIn. Be able to manage photos, basic editing, cropping. Send and store files in the cloud or online. Chat, which includes being able to set up a new chat account, strange platform, and try to get some experience with one of the enterprise level collaboration tools. MS Meeting is the big one. Just figure out what people are accepting as the baseline. Extras would include being able to set up an integrated ad campaign on Facebook and Google Ads, and being able to run split tests or A/B tests, and being able to choose keywords and choose demographics and target that ad campaign. Content creation, especially video production, is always good, especially if you can organize it and publicize it, and things like YouTube or Instagram. And then being able to influence and build a following is the extra skills for today. For tomorrow, the extras might look a little bit different. What I'm thinking of is particularly in terms of building a relationship with someone you are negotiating with. So this might be a competitor, it might be a cooperator, it might be someplace in between. I need you to be able to run almost like an online brand presence. I want you to be able to set up an online environment where you have stuff that's open to the public, stuff that is open to all stakeholders involved in the negotiation, and then something that's more private, one-on-one with your counterparty, so you can begin to develop trust. And the same goes for cross-culture. I want you to be able to understand the values and priorities of the person across the table or on the other end of the screen, even if they're in a country where the culture is different and where the online culture and tools and laws might be very different. So here's the stuff you'll need for this class: email, chat, Zoom. Yeah, no big surprises here. The only thing I'd like you to learn is Slack, because we'll be using that behind the negotiations. So I'll be sending around this worksheet, and it will hopefully include all the pertinent accounts and passwords you'll need to log on to the class stuff. Thanks very much. I will talk to you again soon.